everybody, it's me, Chelsea. This is one of my first attempts at making a video, so bear with me and be patient. I wanted to start today by showing all of you my basic makeup that I do, not daily, because let's be honest, I don't do my makeup every day, but almost daily, and when I want to feel just a little bit put together, weekends, date nights, that kind of thing. So this is my before. I lotioned this morning, but I haven't put on any primer. If you have large pores, you can put on, my favorite is the e.l.f. brand, ELF brand, the Pore Putty Primer, and you just put it in and it kind of fills in some of your larger pores, which I tend to get here in this area, but they're not too bad right now, so I'm skipping that part. Basically, we're going to just start with our basic hack. I'm going to show you. So this is the compact. I honestly can't remember what it's called. I think it's the mini double decker. So you can see my colors here, my main and my highlight, my lip and cheek color, my contour, my illuminator, and then an extra lip and cheek when I want to feel a little pop. And then down here I have my vanilla dust powder that sets it, and some of my favorite fancy colors. I have my eyeshadows in another compact as well. So the first thing I start with is just a setting spray to moisten my face, and then I do it again at the end to help the makeup stay. The cool thing about this makeup is you need the tiniest amount. I mean, like none. You need very little, and it will go a really long way, a really far way. So I'm going to start with 30-second half brush today. This is my favorite brush. I usually apply everything with this end. The great thing about the makeup is it's made to distribute the cream and it doesn't stay on the brush. You can use it between colors. It's really great. I like to use this end for my under eyes to really get in there, get in those cracks. And then sometimes for my nose, usually I just put it on with my finger. So we'll start with this brush. If I use another one, I will make sure and say what I'm using. But I'm just going to get started showing you how I put my colors on. So easy, seriously, so easy. And so we'll get started. And I literally just dab it, like 1 time, 2 times tops. So, and then I just go section by section on my face. I have some funny little wrinkles and bumps on my face and some sunspots and all sorts of stuff. So I like to really get in there, but you don't need a lot of makeup. You really, really don't. And you could see when I was putting it on, it looked a little yellow. Sandy sometimes tends to go that way, but I think it covers up my pink and my redness really well. And then sometimes, because I tend to be really pink right here, I just bring it down to blend it. And I'll do the same thing with contour. So let me show you. I'm going to put on my brightening shade, and then I'll do my contour. And you want to do it in a triangle, like a pie piece. So down and up. And really get in under the eyes. So you can tell it just brightens it a little. So I'm just going to do same thing on this side. Okay, just a little up here. It's a really hot, sunny day here in Salt Lake. Okay, I'm going to add just a bit right down the tip of my nose. I have a nice little bump on my nose. So the nice thing about contouring the nose, it makes it look thinner, and I don't really love my nose. So it's helpful. And then, I forgot. So I like to do a little bit of brightener on my chin and up here, because it's closer to your neck when you look at someone, and if this shade is closer to this shade, because your neck doesn't see as much sun, then it doesn't look as off, because really our faces are multiple colors. I know we buy a foundation and it's one color and it matches the majority of our face, but really my forehead's always darker than my chin. So the nice thing about this makeup is it's buildable, and you have multi-shade coverage so that it really can match your skin, just like our hair. It's got multiple shades and really fun, fascinating things going on. So I love that I'm telling you all of this with a stripe down my nose. So we're going to move on to contour, and I'm just going to put some on my fingers. You see that? I don't know if you can see that well. I'm just going to add my contour on my nose, right down here, and then a little bit kind of on the tip of my nose. Okay, and I'm going to blend that all in just a second. Okay, the rest of my contour, I'm just going to add it, same brush, put it in, start up here by the ear, and go down, and work up. Okay, other side. The cool thing about contour, it adds so much dimension to your face instantly. So I like to follow the lines of my face. So from my corner of my ear to the corner of my lip, that's where my jawbone is. And if you put your brush right there, it kind of will scoop under, and you want to put it right on that line, right underneath that line where that scoop is where your contour goes, and then you build it upwards, never down, because that'll bring your face down. You want it to be lifted. So that's kind of my trick. And then the middle of your eye will match up with the corner of your brush from here to here. And that's where I like to end my contour so that it doesn't go too far in, and then it looks like I'm contoured all the way to my lips, which would be weird. So, finish up with my forehead, because that's really where the sun hits us first. And then a little underneath the jaw, because that's not where the sun hits. And when you add it there, it'll just give a little bit of shadow, make your jaw look more defined, which mine needs all the help it can get. And you just bring that on down. Okay, oh, I like to do just a teeny bit underneath my lip, right there. And then we'll blend it all together. This is the fun part. Okay, let's watch this magic. So, brushed on my hand. Nothing. Crazy. Crazy, right? Okay. Ta-da! It's amazing. Okay, this is my favorite part, is adding your lip and cheek color, because it makes you look so youthful and it makes your whole face pop. So, let's choose a color. I am a personal fan of nude, and this is pink grapefruit. I'm going to add a little pink grapefruit because it's summer and it's really bright and fun. Same brush. And I like to smile. This is my fattiest part of my cheek, and then I not smile. I'm going to start just above it. I like to blend it up right with my contour. And there you go. I look like a clown right now. But the color will fade. And if you got it in the wrong spot, just kind of blend it in. Just kind of work it in. There you go. I'm going to add some pink grapefruit to my lips. So we'll see here. Just a bright, pretty pop of pink. This happens to be Wednesday. And on Wednesdays, we wear pink. This little guy is the best thing that you'll have. It blends, it takes off the excess. I don't like my makeup to feel like tacky when it's done or too thick. And this, you wet it down a little bit, you squeeze it out as good as you can, and you just pounce it on your face. And it just makes it feel, just like really gets it into your skin and takes off the excess, so I don't feel like I've got like super thick makeup on, which I hate. I hate it. And it kind of blends in that color. And then I like to put either the lip conditioner or like chapstick on top to make them feel a little moist. It depends on how glossy the lip and cheek is. This is nude, and it's a little darker. Tone that color down a little bit. But you can see the blush is already melting into my skin because of the warmth of my skin. It's melting in, which I love. So I've done my eyebrows. I'm going to do some eyeshadows really fast. So I'm going to just do one of my just basic, more natural looks. And I'm going to do the eyeshadow everything brush. So I'm going to start with Stay Golden as my base all over, and then Sabrina up at the top and the inner corners. Okay. Now I'm going to use Oak in my crease. Okay, so for an everyday basic look, I might just stop there. I might not even do this much. But if I wanted to feel a little fancy or put a little shimmer on, I might use one of these. These are two of my very favorites. This is Gigi and You Complete Me. So I think I'll put Gigi on today just to show you how pretty it is, and just put that right in the middle of the lid and sweep it out. And it just adds a little bit of shimmer. And I think it makes my blue eyes pop a little bit, which is my favorite feature. So it's sometimes nice to pick the colors that you love the most because you're going to feel most confident in them. Or pick the colors that bring out the features that you loved the most. If you have awesome lips, I don't, then you're going to feel more like you're going to feel great wearing a color that makes your lips look awesome. If you want to play up eyes because you love your eyes, then pick a color and colors that are going to define your arch and your lid and make your color pop. That's a really fun part of makeup because everyone's beautiful. And this makeup, it just brings out your natural beauty. It enhances what's already beautiful about you. And hopefully helps you feel confident in yourself so that you can go out and conquer the world. I'm going to add my illuminator, which is really fun because it makes you look dewy and youthful and glowy. And I like all of those things. So I'm just going to add it with my finger. You can see how pretty and shimmery it is. So add it here. On my cheekbone, and I'm going to put a little tiny bit on my brow bone. Put a teeny tiny bit. And a little here. Ta-da! Blender. There you have it. That's my routine. Usually I get it done lickety-split fast. I know typically I don't talk in the middle of my routine, or let's face it, sometimes I do to my toddlers. So it's really easy. 10 minutes at the maximum. Usually it takes me 5 or less because I don't like to mess around with my face. As you can tell by my hair, I don't do a lot. So, but this just gives me just a little confidence in myself that I feel like I can look my best and feel my best. So that's it. There you go. That's the basic hack for me. It's what I do. If you have any questions or you're interested in learning more, you can contact me, DM me,